Everybody makes mistakes in their life, but only some people know what to do about it. If you had the choice to change something you did in the past, would you? It's a question we've asked ourselves, and probably you have too. In our opinion, it's pretty obvious that we would change a mistake we've made if we had the choice to, but would it be worth changing those mistakes?
We hear it all the time. We learn from our mistakes, and though some people might not agree with it, we do. Now don't get us wrong, but there are some people that don't learn from their mistakes, and some mistakes you can't simply learn from. But for the majority of them, we think there's a lesson to learn.
Although it might not seem like it at times, our mistakes shape our responsibility along with other life lessons. Failed your test? Well, what can you learn from it? Study harder or pay more attention. Dropped your phone? What could you learn from that? Get it fixed and buy a case so it doesn't happen again.
I remember when I was little, I had a leftover burger in the fridge. It was wrapped up in aluminum foil like any other burger from a fast food chain, and me being me, I slapped that burger in the microwave and heated it up in anticipation. I didn't know if you put any kind of aluminum foil in the microwave, it would burst into flames, so once it did, I yelled, "Fire!" and I ran out the back door. Luckily, my mom came in with a towel and started whacking the fire with it. Now I know not to put any aluminum foil in the microwave. Of course, it could have been easily avoided if I was told, but going through that experience was probably better for me. Even if it wasn't, it's still a good story to tell.
I also had a mistake. When I was a little kid, growing up in a small neighborhood, I was surrounded by teenagers. One day I was playing with my only skateboard. Then a teenager called my name. I felt so cool. So I walked across the street to talk to him. He said,
"Nice skateboard, dude!"
I quietly thanked him. Then he said,
"I have this really cool toy car. Would you like to see it?"
At this time, I loved toy cars, so I patiently waited in his garage for him to get his car. When he came out, he had a black race car with red flames on it. I stared at it in awe. Then he said,
"So want to trade?"
I looked at him, looked at my skateboard, looked at him again, looked at my brother, then I finally said,
"Okay."
The next day, I woke up and looked out the window. There he was with my skateboard. It was in half. I learned that day to never ever trade a skateboard for just one toy car.
I also have a mistake.
So, when I was in the 1st grade, I loved food, but I was poor. Well, I wasn't that poor, but the food was poorly made. So, I had this friend named Adriel, and he brought cold lunch for the first time in forever. So I looked at him, and knowing he was my friend, I looked at his sandwich. And I took a straw and started slurping the mayonnaise out of his sandwich. He said, "Dingy, are you crazy?" He felt bad for yelling so loud and then apologized. In result, I never stole food from anyone again.
Although people make mistakes in their life, learning from them is something we shouldn't take for granted. So remember this, mistakes shape our lives, and not having them just might throw us off.